It's 2:01.
When I hit go live, it was 2 o'clock. And
Did you like that?
now you're demonstrating how we're going to lose our entire audience. Welcome
Yeah, hello
to
everybody.
David being noisy.
Did you like that? It was like I was screaming, but it was really quiet.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, I can do it again.
No, we're good. We're good.
Watch.
It sounds like Chewbacca drowning.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
Chewbacca drowning would sound like this.
We need to move you away from the microphone. You're not allowed to sit on that side anymore, I don't think. That's true, Magpie. That is so true. Oh, yes, Miles. Please do.
Oh, it's September. It's time for a new page.
Oh, I like Mate's. No studio like LangTime Studio.
Okay.
It is. God, I feel like this gets shakier and shakier every time you stand on it to do that.
Yeah, one of these days, you'll all see the end of me. I love they're little nut, what do you call those? Sky gondolas, I guess?
That's what it is. Ooh, well, happy birthday to Mateus' sister. Nice. Oh, Nerd Night. That was the thing you went to in Canada, yeah?
Yeah, I still am not clear what it is. It was like, you ever have one of those things where you ask a person, what is X? And then they respond with like a million definitions before you even got into the thing that you're talking about. And they're already responding with the history of the thing and controversies in it. And you're like, yeah, but what is it? And so that's what
Nerd Night is.
That's what
Did you ever
happened
just
with
Google
Nerd
it?
Night. Like, I tried. Like, it is apparently a loose association of things that was invented by a person but was carried on by other people, and I'm still actually not sure what it is, but it's essentially like, instead of doing bar trivia, they get together in various cities and do things. So, and the Nerd Night in Calgary that I went to, they were watching Game of Thrones. Like, that's what they do. They'd get together to watch Game of Thrones during its initial run. And so I went there and gave a talk. But it's at a bar. So that's the thing that's different. It's like it's at a bar, so there's bar crowds. Man, look at this. Bibbleridian didn't even need to be summoned.
Already talking about a place of blood.
Yeah. I'm glad that you like it. I hope that you're not being sarcastic. I can never tell. But that was a fun one. Of course, there's a macron over the A, so it's the anokrion. But anyway, hooray! Yeah, we've had 2 episodes of House of the Dragon now. And yeah, you can look forward to. I think it's just like, I don't know if it's one line or one word of Valyrian in episode 3. There's more later, but this is like the lightest one.
It is a conspiracy.
Oh, I've heard about that. I heard about that online. And when I say that I heard about that online, Mateus mentioned that on the Discord. But if I say I heard about it online, it's like a lot of people are talking about it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Oh, but speaking of Discord, made me think of patrons.
Yeah.
Today a new episode of LangTime Chat.
That's
dropped.
right. Oh, this is a really, really, really good one. It's basically a master class in naturalistic conlanging, and it was just Jessie doing it by herself. It's incredible. I just stand there and make inappropriate comments from time to time.
You were actually sitting.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Let's see. So, let's just.
Oh, yay, Miles.
Let's just do this the easy way. Already on YouTube.
Conspiracy.
Yeah, we gotta see if this is accurate. Okay.
But remember, turn the voice off because Biblaridian's not a fan of.
Oh, well, don't worry. We're just trying to get the video to play. So where's the latest? Like, where do you go to, like, here's the latest thing?
It should
is
be
it
under home or videos, because usually that's like... there's one that's updated today. Is this it?
I guess.
Wow, this is how often we use YouTube.
No, but I don't want to play
that's
it now.
2019.
That's the thing. I'm going to a playlist. I just want the latest. How do I?
Oh, well, go to the bottom of the playlist.
Beautiful playlist. Here we go. Okay, now you go away. And is this it? Is this
it was right there, bottom left. Oh, hey, Carl.
Under uploads.
Oh, well then we got...
We have to wait for people to catch up in the chat. Is this the one?
I'm sorry, but like, this is like trying to teach your parents how to use technology, and like, our whole family is here trying to help us, and we're like, what?
Yeah. By the way.
But I pushed the button.
Yes, this one. Okay, here we go. By the way, if we got that YouTube Premium, then we wouldn't have to watch these advertisements.
All right, remember, no mute. No, it plays. Okay.
Yeah, like it's playing just fine, man. Like.
Well, but it's a conspiracy against Matisse is the problem.
Look, like I can click through.
Oh God, that shade of purple is gorgeous. Yeah. Excellent choice on these videos. It's like just a very nice color to be looking at.
Yeah, the whole thing is here, man. So I think what's happening is that the entire world is enjoying Biblaridian's new video. But he probably clicked the thing, because we have the option too. You can click a little thing that says "Don't let Matisse watch this." We leave it unclicked for our channel, but it's actually clicked by default. So you have to unclick it each time. Maybe Biblaridian forgot to. So anyway, but that is that's the latest right there. Conley and Case Study Part 29. So give that a watch. We give that our official recommendation, and you know what? It's going to be, I think, required for all viewers of this channel to watch.
Yeah, there will be a test, and so you have to pass the test to actually be able to sign in to watch us.
Yeah, it's a really easy test. So all you have to do is just watch the video, which of course everybody is able to do. So there should be no problems, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Fantastic. LTA, LangTime approved. Anyway.
LangTime approved, yes. You're welcome, Matisse.
Yeah, we do it just for you. I always have the option. I always think maybe this time I'm not gonna click it, but I always do. All right. So do we want to? No. You know what? Before we jump to the poll, since we usually have the biggest number of people watching around this time, I want to remind everybody one more time that we are looking at having an in-person event sometime next year. And we don't know exactly when, but probably sometime in the summer, early summer, that we're calling CopyCon. And we have just a Google form because we're trying to get ideas about where this should be. And so we'd love as many people as possible to fill it out. And so you can do links, right?
I sure can.
And Jesse will throw a link out again in case you haven't done it. We're going to give people another week. Like, we've gotten a ton of responses so far, but we want to make sure that everybody is counted, because what we're going to do next is we're going to narrow it down based on math. And I think that Jesse can do math because she, of course, is a PhD and a valedictorian, and also aren't you like Phi Beta Kappa as well?
Yes.
She's that too. I wasn't any of those things. So we'll make sure that the math is done correctly, but basically we're going to use the statistics to determine what like the top 5 or 6 choices are. And then we're going to do another survey, and that one's going to be the real one. So this is why we want the kind of big data in here. And the choices will be different next time, because now it's going to be like, it is going to be one of these things. So tell us which one. Anyway, so yeah, the link is right there. And yeah, so go for it.
Also, just as like an FYI, like next Thursday is going to be totally normal.
Yes.
The Thursday after that, we're going to be traveling.
We will be in Denmark. And so, I mean, it's going to be just like Hungary, really.
Right. And so, but really, that's just like a, hey,
yeah.
heads up, we're going to try to make everything work like normal, but like we are going to be traveling.
I have a feeling that Danish internet is going to be better than Hungarian internet. That's my feeling. We'll see.
Plus, we're going to be like in Copenhagen, so right, like.
No.
Oh no, we're just stopping in Copenhagen to get to where we're going.
We're going to be in Aarhus, and I don't know if it's supposed to be two A's or it's supposed to be the A with a little circle. But we looked it up, didn't we? Didn't we look up what Aarhus means?
I feel like we did, but
Yeah.
now I've forgotten.
All right.
But anyway, next week the 8th is totally normal, so like that won't happen, and we'll remind you again. I just wanted to like put it out there in the world, so that way you know that that's happening.
Okay.
It means I'm gonna have to stay up late again.
What do you mean? Oh yeah.
Man.
But the thing is, we won't have to be up early because we had to be up early all the time in Hungary.
That's true.
And we won't have to do that.
Miles says it's the A with the dot.
It was the old way.
Nice. It's very rad. All right, now we're ready for some polls.
Yes.
Here we were. You didn't bring your water bottle. And
Drink some of this.
you're lucky I love you. Here you go. For the record, I'm letting him drink my water that I just refilled, so it was nice and fresh and brought upstairs. Anyway.
Look at that. I didn't know that. Jonathan's suggesting that Phi Beta Kappa is the first organization in the U.S. ever to do a three-letter Greek name.
It was, I believe, yes, and it was actually founded by Benjamin Franklin.
Oh,
So like it goes way back, and so
it also makes sense. I actually would have expected, Beta Phi Kappa, because that would have been closer to Benjamin Franklin.
no, but it actually stands for something. Like the Phi Beta Kappa stands for something. I think it's like knowledge, truth, and something. I don't know, but anyway, it's a whole thing. But yes, by Beta Phi himself.
I will mention there are a couple of works of purportedly nonfiction that I think a lot of people don't read unless they happen to be English majors, because they're famous for being ridiculous. One of them is the biography of Samuel Johnson by, what's his face? Oh my God, I'm forgetting his name. I'm remembering the name of his analog in Pale Fire by Nabokov, Charles Botkin, but what's his name? Oh my God, this is killing me. The biography of Samuel Johnson by, Life of Samuel Johnson by James Boswell, thank you. Okay, there's that one, where it's a biography of Samuel Johnson, but it ends up being more about the guy who wrote it. And it's kind of famous for that reason, as being kind of, because the guy was kind of nuts. Philosophy, Life, and Kiveri. Oh, in Truth. No? Wisdom is the helmsman of life. Oh, so helmsman. Okay. But the other one is the autobiography of Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin wrote an autobiography, and it is astounding because he is the most, like, how do you say somebody's unaware? He's the most obliviously arrogant person in history. It's just incredible. Like, he wrote this autobiography, he says, of course, because, like, I didn't want to write an autobiography, but I felt it could be instructive to my son to see how to live a correct life. And he just says things like, just like he's talking about when he was a child, where it was like, we would do swimming as a game, and I somehow naturally turned out to be the best swimmer. It was just incredible. It totally took me by surprise that I was naturally the best swimmer that anybody had ever seen.
You have to have some sense of ego, though, to do what he did with the whole Silence Do-Good letter things.
Oh, do tell me.
That one I don't know.
Okay, so like he was too smart for school, so his parents needed to like do something more with him, right? Like according to him.
Yep.
And so he went to apprentice for his brother, who ran a newspaper, and he decided to start writing in like these letters to get published in the newspaper in the voice of Silence Do-Good, who is like an elderly widow lady who is like commenting on social things in the letters. And like it got to the point where like Silence Do-Good was receiving like marriage proposals from these older gentlemen who were like, oh my God, this lady is so witty and wonderful, and like I gotta meet her. And anyway, they never, like the brother didn't realize it was his own brother writing it, so his brother's publishing these things thinking it's a real lady out there. And like he made up a whole legit backstory for her, like her husband used to be a preacher, and like as my husband used to say, and he would, do all this stuff. Anyway, it was this whole thing, and it caused a rift between the brothers, because when he found out it was Ben, writing these letters as a man the whole time, his brother got pissed, and they ended up parting ways, and like didn't talk again after it. But like the fact he was like 16 when he wrote them, like he was a teenager,
so I had to
apprenticing for his brother, and like essentially was being like, let me tell you what's wrong with society, giving instructive guides, but like tongue in cheek kind of thing.
Yeah, so I wouldn't have read the letters, but I had to have read about that, because of course he would have written about that, and explained, why he was totally shocked that his brother would be so upset, but that it was a natural failing of his. Poor guy.
Okay, so Mateus for some reason wants to get on with the poll, doesn't want to talk about Ben Franklin and Silence Do-Good. Like, what do you think we're here for, Mateus? We're here to teach you
I'm flipping the option.
History.
From now on, you will not be allowed to watch our videos, Mateus.
Don't worry, Mateus. I got your back. All right, so we did have a poll about the copular. You may have noticed that there are actually fewer options than what we had originally listed in the document, because we had, I believe, 5 with 5A and B. Yeah. But as we were talking about options, we decided that we didn't want to do nothing, because that's really what we've been doing. So we were like, we're ready. Oh, good. Now that Silvertail is here, we can do the poll results.
Yep.
You've missed a history lesson, Silvertail. So we decided to scratch that option, to claw it out, so to speak. Get it?
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay. We also decided to take out the class suffix, possessive suffix option. Mainly because we're using them pretty heavily in other ways, and we didn't want to overuse this, essentially.
Yeah, and it
didn't feel right. It just didn't feel.
It was going to take a lot of work to do this. I can't tell what Miles is devastated about, but I mean, this can't be a surprise. It wasn't in the poll.
Well, I don't know if Miles is reacting to us or the comment that 1776 and Hamilton are different musicals.
Yeah.
So we went with the other options, all of which had a nonce form included, which here is in red. And so it's like, it doesn't matter what the forms look like, really. The point is, like, there's going to be something there, either a copular suffix or so on, if you want to talk about.
I did BA. Or just B for the nonce form for this. So that's why they all look like that.
And so that way they'd be similar across the board. Because one of the things we were worried about was that people would vote based on how it sounded, based on the nonce form that we used. when that wasn't the goal. It's like the goal is like, what grammatical strategy do you like best?
Yeah.
And Miles was reacting to the theater thing.
Got it. So I chose the worst possible form, just FYI.
And so we'll need to change it then. Is
That's
that what
right.
you're saying?
Okay.
Okay. So David, do you want to walk us through our options?
Yes. So first there was this idea of an overt copular suffix where it absolutely does nothing but be a little suffix. It does have vowel harmony.
Sorry, be a little suffix when the form is be. Be.
Oops, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
You just throw it on the end of a noun, a fully formed noun, and you have is that, you know. It'd be kind of cool because you could do that with anything almost. But anyway, so that was one option. That's the overt copular suffix. The other option was to do a full auxiliary, so it would just be a verb. It would be an intransitive verb, and it would take all of our inflection and come at the end of the sentence. Then we had 3A and 3B. These were considered together, so if you voted for one of them, you would vote for both of them, and then the bigger of the two would win. And this was having the short auxiliary, so it's kind of like a full auxiliary, except it shortens up as much as we can possibly get it to shorten up, probably just a single consonant or something like that. It takes the pronouns on the end, so it doesn't actually take tense marking or anything like that. It just takes the pronouns on the end. That's it. And the A and B options, A was no harmony or B was harmony. So for A, they would all look and sound like the actual pronouns, the full forms of the pronouns. But for 3B, they would harmonize like other things. Anyway, so those were the four options. And so now the votes.
Yes, so the full auxiliary, just nobody wanted that.
Not a single
Zero.
vote. Not a single
Zero.
vote. It was a good option.
0 votes.
It's a good option.
It was a good option, which is why we kept it while we struck other options.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's out.
All right.
It's a good thing that 3A and 3B are considered together. Otherwise, we would have had a tie, and we would have needed to have figured out what to do because
Really?
option 1 got the same number of votes as one of the option 3 options.
Really?
And it was more than the other option 3 option. And so that means that technically the overt copular suffix came in second place, even though it has the same number of votes as another option.
Wow.
Oh, fair point, Miles. People could have loved it, but if you love it second best and you only have one vote, what you gonna do? So the overt copular suffix is out. People really liked both of the 3 options, to the point where one got 10 votes and the other got 8 votes. And so it was very close, but our winner is the 3B with harmony.
Good deal. Good deal. Good deal. I like that. All right. Perfect. So what we're going to have is one kind of very, very small little suffix that's going to be added to noun classes. Not noun classes. It's going to be added to the end of nouns. And then we're going to have the suffixes on the pronouns on the end as suffixes, and they will harmonize. So now we just need to figure out what the form is going to be.
And David is saying, don't make it B.
Yeah, no, B is terrible. I mean, it's usually, I use B and P in inflection usually as a joke. Like I back when I wrote things for speculative grammarian, like P would show up in inflection because it's like, you know, who would do something so ridiculous?
Anyway,
or at least not at the end of the war, but like I actually have used B in derivation and Valerian because you can make something derivative by taking a verb, lengthening the vowel, and then adding B. So like, ilagon becomes ilibagon. but it's like, it's not at the end of the word. 'Cause that would just be silly.
Yeah, you may have just shot yourself in the foot by going on that bee thing. Because next thing you know, patrons are going to be voting to like put bees everywhere.
All right, so let's delete those. We have these. Can we can we get the other pronouns, or at least, well, no, I want everybody to look at them. I was going to put that thing up there, but I want everybody to look at them. So can you get the other pronouns for us?
We still had the big chart, right?
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, English, of course, is one of the top languages that has the affricate PF. It's just not used very often. It's only used when you are disgusted with something.
Is that PF or P5? Okay, do you want me to grab the whole chart and pop it in there, or did you just want to type the forms? Like, how did you want to do it? Like, I could, like, copy the chart and just put it where you are.
Yeah, copy the chart. Copy the chart! Premium?
There we go. And that has all our sources.
Okay, so we have the pronouns up here and the pronominal forms here and their sources there. And basically we need these for low or not low. So it's like these three are going to be low and that one is going to be low, the rest are going to be not low in terms of harmony. Okay, so in terms of agreement, so this would, I thrown ya in there, but I don't like it as much because it can't really show up as a true coda. It can, but
Only in particular diphthongs.
but ought it. Hold on, we need to jump over to Lexergy. Yeah, because it just shows up as, it just kind of disappears sometimes, is the thing. Y and W both disappear. And I feel like this shouldn't disappear. So then let's go to our...
Not only not disappear, but it's also very similar because we have that yah suffix for tool, and not that we would necessarily use it all that often, but to have the yay followed by the yah, I feel like it would just get lost.
Yeah, okay, so we're going to call W out and ya out. That leaves us with some, and B is out, sorry. That leaves us with some interesting options. So, we should probably take H out because we have H that results in long vowels a lot.
Now, if we did something like...
And the nasals are out, yeah.
if we did something like D or K, it would stop nasalization harmony
That's
going
interesting.
across.
Yeah.
But if we did something S, does that stop it?
I don't think so. Wait, no, yes, it does. Yeah.
But S would sometimes turn into TS because if it's
Yeah.
by something voiced, it's going to be the T instead of the S. But L and R could be some interesting options.
Yeah, so let's stick with TD, KQ, SZ, LR, and then maybe H? I don't know, or does that one disappear?
I think that one disappears in some locations.
Yeah, and probably not.
Yeah, so let's do, I like how you restricted it, T, D, K, Q, S.
KQ, SZ.
I think that's good.
What, we weren't doing L and R?
Oh, well, I mean, if you want to, yeah, go for it.
And then, were we doing or does it disappear?
I think it disappears in some
disappears.
locations.
All right.
Because I think it turns to an H
Yeah. Thing
in
is,
some locations.
the only thing that's drawing me towards is that it seems like a really interesting thing for it to be. Oh, but you know what? It's not to be. This is for etymologically. This is going to be the old third person pronoun that disappears. Right?
Sure.
I thought so. Can I see myself? I got my hair cut yesterday, and I feel like I look ridiculous. Do I look ridiculous? Yeah.
You won't like take.
It's just like too short, man. Okay, I need to look. I have to face forward for the rest of the stream. I cannot turn to look at Jesse.
You also, does that mean you can't look down? You're gonna have to like type without moving your face. But yeah, no, I think that's good. So what were you saying not to use for? Because it was the third person?
No, I was thinking of it being a copula to beat, but that's not what we're doing for this. Hey, Dark Horse, I wanted to respond to your comment. You know, there are a lot of languages that use a locative copula or locative strategy for to be. However, when they do that, it's usually not equative. So in other words, like using that locative construction would usually mean that's what they are right now or for the moment, but not in general. And where there's a distinction with adjectives, like this is why, you know, estar in Spanish, it came from stand, and it was a locative idea behind it, and that's why you say, you know, I don't know, for somebody that's like, you know, put on a really nice outfit or something like that for the evening, you could say, you know, something like estás bella, you are very beautiful, but like, it's like, oh, you've done yourself up and you look really beautiful right now. Whereas if you were to say something like eres bella, that means you're a beautiful person, you're always beautiful. And it doesn't mean like, you know, oh, you're ugly the rest of the time, but it's like, you know, if somebody puts on something really nice in their head, you know, estás bella, that's a nice thing to say. Anyway, so I don't know if it would make as much sense for yeah, like you look beautiful versus you are beautiful, right? I don't know if it would make as much sense for that to be the only copular construction. Maybe. There might be languages that do it. Usually it's for something that's more temporary though, as opposed to long term. Anyway, just throwing that out there. But there might be a language that has it for the long term, you know, equative copula. Okay, so then the idea behind this is that it is going to be a what do you call this? This old third person pronoun that might show up now for demonstratives because we haven't done them yet.
Mm-hmm.
But it's no longer used as a third person pronoun because we have all of these other pronouns that are class specific. And so those are used as the pronouns. And so instead, it got reinterpreted as a copula in these constructions where they were longer prolix constructions where it'd be like cat, kitten, kind of like he is he, or he is that, right? Where it was like there was an implied to be, so no copula.
Yeah.
But it was like it was the generic one, then the class one followed it as an afterthought. So the generic is that, so referring to the subject of this thing. So like I am a kitten, it would be, you know, I kitten. is I, and then that shortens up. So so that's the etymology behind it. That's the grammaticalization behind it.
So
So
one
now we
thing
got
I would
these.
really love to do is just like, for now, just pick a vowel. Like we can stick with the A, you know, written as an E.
Oh, no vowel.
What's that?
No vowel.
No vowel at all.
No vowel. I was thinking like for the protoform, it would be a central vowel that would either come before or afterwards, and it would just get swallowed up. So that was another reason why I didn't want to use this, because I felt like you needed the vowel. But this is going to be showing up as a coda here. So for example, but like you're saying that you want to see them, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do it. We'll do with this. So we have this word for kitten is. What is the word for kitten?
Well, that one.
It's not that. It's a different one, isn't
It's
it?
with baby. Just yell at you to use find, and here I am. All right, it is baby plus a cat marker, so M-W.
Okay.
And then, okay, yeah. And so the,
Oh, we got to collapse. Sorry. Okay. There we go. So this is, and then we'll do one where it's was it that? What was the oh, interesting. What was it yeah, okay. So check this out. With T, it voices. Because it's outside of the initial two syllables.
right,
Yeah.
very interesting. Okay.
Let's just see if D does anything different. No. So D doesn't do anything different. It just shows up as voiced, there.
Okay. And then can you like leave those options up and like kind of copy and paste those down a couple times, and let's just change out the sound?
You know what? Actually, we should do it with other classes, shouldn't we? Because there's a ya here, and that'll make a big difference. So okay, let's do a couple that we know would be not problematic, but would cause changes. So ya. Yep, Maumeche. Any others? Maybe would that?
I was gonna ask what the R did. I don't. That one's just blah.
No.
Yeah. Ooh, Maumetre.
I know it looks like GH, but it's so Maumetre.
Actually, you know, one of the other romanizations you should do, so you can stop switching keyboards, is to do, if you type a capital R, then it turns into the uvular. Because then that way you wouldn't have to do it. Now, is that Malmathe or Malmate?
It is. This was one of those sound changes I implemented so we didn't have to change the orthography or the romanization.
So it's they, okay.
Malmathe. That's kind of cool. I don't think, does L do anything? Is that low?
Wait, though,
No.
what happens?
W maybe?
Curiosity here.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if this T is a D with that HI after it?
Yeah, so we're gonna do it. So Should we copy and paste?
Yeah, I mean, we have the space. Because, like, we may be able to just get rid of some forms because we just don't like them.
Malmed me.
Okay, the H
Malmed
disappears
Malmed le.
where the T becomes the H disappears with the D.
Malmeye. Oh my goodness. The D disappears here. Why? Oh, I'm sorry. It doesn't disappear. It's Malmeje.
Malmeje, yeah.
Malmeje, Malmedwe, Malmedin, Malmede. If you use L for the second syllable, you sometimes get fun lengthening. Okay, so we have an idea of what happens with T and D. And we get some palatalization sometimes, so that can be cool. All right, so bear that in mind. We're going to do a new set now. Let's do K and G because I think
there's no G.
Let's
right?
do K and Q.
There we go. Yeah.
Because I don't think that there's going to be a lot that happens with this.
Okay, and then
the G and then H.
Right. And then the Q does all the same things, right?
Yeah, so Q and K are functionally equivalent. I mean, unless they do something different. No, because we had that already.
Would it do something different with the first person? Because wasn't one of the Q things something happened if a vowel was after it?
I mean,
yeah, I think I'm making that up. Never mind,
it's
because it's
there.
right there. So never mind. No,
Yeah.
it's the same. Okay. So really K and Q are functionally the same, which then makes me think, like, if we're going to do it, just go K.
Yeah, and it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything unexpected. So K and Q, they just do the normal thing. They don't have any interesting interactions.
Let's do S and Z.
S and Z.
And then the next set will be L and R. As I say, most of these are going to turn into Z's because
Yeah, a lot of them do.
I think the difference is going to be in the Malmese. Those bottom two are the different ones.
Malmege, they both come out as Malmege. And then we have basically Malmesin and Malmese versus Malmetin and Malmete.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am not a fan of the. Can you do Malmetzra? Is that Malmetzre?
Malmetre.
So it'd be like Malmetz and then Re.
Malmetre.
Re.
What?
I'm trying to say it.
Can you show me the screen?
What's that? Oh.
Okay, I guess
Tiny
it's
bit.
cutting off a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. I think so far these are like my least favorite of the options.
Okay.
Okay, and then L and R.
L and R.
And the Romanizer's in, so just type R, which is lovely.
No, I mean that is the correct one.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Gosh, I was thinking different language. Good.
Malmelne.
Oh my God. And then Mal. And then we get a lot of.
Geminate. Malmeche. Malmelle. Malmelie. Malmelwe. Malmelin. Malmele. Malmerme. Malmerre. Malmerle. Malmege. Malmerwe. Malmerin. Malmerre.
Okay, so here's my problem with these.
Yeah.
It's not that we don't get interesting forms. It's that as a copular that's already being reduced a lot of these forms are just ripe for further reduction. Like that RW back to back, the LY, LW, like it just feels like why would they end up keeping it in those cases? I like the stop because the stop has a presence that makes sense for why the stop was kept. not saying these aren't interesting. I just feel like Malmeyer would, or Malmeyer, like that L just feels like it's so weak in this position. Like at some point it'd be like, well, there used to be a copula, and then it just got reduced so much that it doesn't show up anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm a TDK fan. Those are my three. And I kind of like the T because it actually changes voicing, whereas the D does not because it's already voiced.
I'm gonna get rid of these. The only reason, so K and Q were equivalent.
Yeah.
The only reason I wanted to think about keeping Q was looking down the road for our
Orthography.
Well, there's that, but also our demonstratives. When we start doing that, it might be interesting if there would be less connection between the two if that one started with Q and so it was dragging things down. Maybe. Let me see just really quick what that would. Just see if it was. Of course not, because there's no P. Sorry.
Okay.
That's interesting. I don't know, like the like the demonstratives would have a
ka
have a low
instead
vowel.
of a yeah. Okay. I mean, like I'm on board with that then.
All right. I would like to keep S because I want to see if people vote for it. I thought it was interesting. We got a ja, we got the malmessin, and then also a lot of tsa. Yeah.
Well, then let's pick between a T and a D, and
I liked T better.
I did too.
But I was going to say get rid of K.
Oh, get rid of K. Yeah. Okay.
Because K and Q were the same.
Okay. And so yeah, get rid of K so that way the Q will do more interesting things.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Then I will make that poll. Oh, Karis is asking an interesting questions there too.
Let's try to force one of those.
Do you want me to wait for that before posting the options?
Yeah, let's so we need I think this.
Okay.
Why isn't that nasalizing? Is it because let's try that then. Yes, so you will get it. Mamangé.
And then what happens with the Q?
Pretty sure it's the same thing. Yeah. So it's
the same.
But yes, for certain of them when it's nasalized, you will get engma. So mamangé, which is good because it's hard to say, mamang can. That's the reason we had that sound change.
You ready for me to?
Yeah.
Alright, so here is the poll. 4 options, TDQS. Pick your favorite.
You're all.
Oh, Karis is saying either K or Q is going to get us that same thing.
Yeah.
I misread the comment. Sorry, I was glancing. And then David is putting up these options.
Oh boy.
Messing things up, but you know. What else is new?
Just putting up some
Just that way you can remember.
little melange.
Oh, I guess I should see how the poll is actually shaping up. Oh, definitely have some clear favorites. We got
Wow. These numbers are way more off than normal, so something's going on with YouTube. Usually we're like one viewer off in the concurrent viewers on our 2 sets of screens. We're 8 off.
Mm.
But I'm guessing that one's a better number because...
I don't think that... This may be it.
Yeah.
Oh,
There we go. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, we were just waiting for Biblioready and Devote, and he did. He now has a special thing where he just lets us know what his vote is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else's vote is in blue, but his vote comes through in green just for us to see. Oh, Abby accidentally pressed S instead of Q. I think I was the only one that loved it.
Yeah, it wouldn't have changed.
Wouldn't have changed it.
The T is still dominant there, but
Yeah. All right.
And welcome back, Logan.
All right, let's now do them all with T so we can see what that looks like. And then where does the list stop? It's
after on.
okay.
Or
So
he, I mean.
he. Okay, so then
he.
let's do the rest of them. R-O.
And then S-A, S-H, and X-I.
And then what ones haven't we done here? Q, Ash.
Z-E-W. We
Okay.
did the R-A, we did the L-A, correct?
Yeah.
We did Q-W-B-I. And then we did the ya and the he, so.
Oh, but it's Oh, but what am I doing? We have to put the pronominal forms in. Oh, but no, we don't, because they're pronominal forms, but they're agreeing. Oh, oh boy, we need to talk about that. Okay.
What have you done, David?
I don't know, but so the D shows up once. It's interesting.
Would this be reinterpreted as a TS affricate from Elmitze?
Yeah.
Okay. That one, it changes the voicing of the B.
Okay, so though now we have to get to the uncomfortable part, which is this. We don't need this table anyway, so I'm gonna highlight. Oh wait, whoops, not the border.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, we got some blue and orange. That's it. Oh man, I was excited.
Sorry. And so we did say originally that what we were going to do was put the pronouns after this thing, but we didn't. We put the class markers. I mean, this one's pretty short, but
By a full pronoun, yeah. You sure did write that. For some reason, I thought it was by class markers.
Which wouldn't change where they interact at the border, so that the T followed by whatever is going to be the same.
yeah,
What will change is adding the syllable.
yeah. Okay, so here are the pronouns and the forms are identical.
You need to highlight paw.
Yeah, we did something with that, remember?
Yeah, but isn't that gonna... We're not gonna get Mama Che anymore.
We're not gonna get Malmache, oh my god. We'd get Malmet Pie. Or Malmet Pay. want to just throw these on there?
Well, yeah, I like them better. Because Malmitlemek
I'm going to.
is less exciting than Malmitle.
I'm going to highlight a different set of forms then.
And Malmache was one of the reasons I like the T.
That was. Now I'm highlighting a different set of forms. My God.
You did the border again. Mm-hmm.
These will be different because I believe that H stays. It does. So, if we want to remain true to the spirit of the poll, we would throw these protoforms on exactly as they are, which would mean that the forms will be different for these three. Because I don't believe that any of those three sounds will disappear. Put that on there. Put that on there because those are supposed to be nasalized. What's the yar?
Yeah, that's an R. There's an M at the end of lamb.
Is that? Yes, there is.
And would the W in mouse ever drop it down to an ash, making it the diphthong?
No. Because
with vowel harmony, the
no.
A never goes to A, ever.
No, because it's non-low.
Okay.
Where's that one? Where's the EW? Oh, there it is. Yeah, because it's non-low, so it'll never show up as A.
Okay.
But yeah, so that stays, and that stays. So, I guess the question here is, do we want to just go ahead and say what are added on there are the nominal forms? In fact, where are the pronouns? We need to see,
Not in a chart.
we need to see if their forms are different. Oh, actually, we never did those, did we?
What do you mean?
Because that's not how we do possessives for my thing, right?
Right.
Yeah, so they actually don't have those forms. Okay. Oh boy, this is going to be more difficult. Okay. Option 1. Add full pronouns.
Sea orange.
Yeah. Option 2. Add sources with codas. See green. Option 3. Add nominal suffixes plus pronouns with the H coda. Option 4, add nominal suffixes plus pronouns no H coda. And basically this last two, it only affects this word. Because it's like if you just do like the protoforms, technically the H should stay. But I guess if we're deleting them all here, let's just, no, yeah. So.
Okay. All right. Go. One.
right, we won't get the ch with that, so I am going to go ahead and...
There's no color coding on the last one, but I mean option 3 is the nominal suffixes column.
Hold on a sec. Yeah.
So, magpie, like, the reason those two are pronounced differently, though, is because in the second one, that T is much more likely for most, especially American-speaking dialects. I can't speak for others, but that T is going to be either pronounced as a glottal stop or as an unreleased T, which means it's not actually like a T anymore. It's like a variation of a T. And so, like, that's why there's a difference.
Yeah, and there's also, boy, everybody's divided on these. There's also aspiration on the ch in rat. No, there isn't aspiration on ratchet, is there? No, yeah. Yeah, so I'd say that those just have. I wouldn't in a narrow transcription. I wouldn't do ratchet with just t sh.
Mateus, what the third option means is those forms that we already put in Luxurgy would stand. Those nominal suffixes, I'm pointing at the screen like I can help you out here. And then the pronouns are referring to the personal pronouns, the on,
These 4 up here. So with option 3, we'd use the nominal column, and then we'd use these, except that the H would disappear. So it would be sa without the H.
I guess I shouldn't have put pronouns in there at all, because no matter what, we're going to have to use the pronoun forms. It's that the H would disappear.
Yeah, it's that the H would disappear.
For me, that's totally a glottal stop. I say rat. Like, I don't really get a T whenever I talk about rat shit.
Either a glottal stop or an unreleased T, which has a very different sound.
Yeah. Should pay attention to how many votes. We're a few off.
Yeah, we still got a number of votes, and I know that
we're close. We're close.
I know that Bibleridian is waiting to weigh in. He's just waiting. He's waiting for everybody to make the wrong choice so that he can come and deliver option 4, which is the correct choice. That would be so clear and pure and beautiful that we all just kind of fall over and say, that's it. That's the one.
I'm just gonna let you handle that. Okay, so now we have all the votes in and enough votes that the nominal suffixes option 3 won.
All right. Cool. So then.
Oh, I shouldn't leave my mouse hovering over in stream. That would be dangerous. Accidental press and poof poof.
No, like you don't say something's not a phonological minimal pair because of the morphology. That doesn't make any sense. All right. So then, yeah, and by the way, we're just deleting this table. This was just here for our reference. We're going to probably have to set up a new table that's copula, or a new row or something. Or just for, we'll do it there.
Yeah, Mateus, so the pronominal form of the noun class list of that whole table, the pronominal form means, like, if you want to say he, she, or it, third person, you're going to have to decide what category fits best, and you're going to use that pronoun form instead. So whether you're talking about, like, oh, I saw, a cat yesterday, and then you want to refer back to the cat, you're going to use mu as the pronoun to refer to it versus, you know, if it was a mouse, you'd use su. And if it's, I don't know, a rock, you would use kla. No. What form is that?
Which
Kla.
one?
Rock. I couldn't remember. You moved the table.
Do we want to call? How do you want to do this table? So I was thinking of merging this and putting another row that was just cop for copula, or do you think it should be a separate row?
It has to be a separate table because this is only first person and second person.
Those are the only ones that are different.
Oh, we're not gonna. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because these will just say.
We'll just say use the class suffix.
Yes.
Okay. In that case, I would put it. I think just like you have it, because this would line up. Here's our singular, plural, and it's a verbal agreement, but it's like a special verbal agreement.
Yes. I like that. So we'll increase that. Oh, şarkıcı is the Turkish. I'm sorry, şarkıcı is the Turkish word for singer. That's cool. Alright, so then the agreement is, I believe, that for that. And then for this one, it is, would it ever show up as TS? No, because it's a T, right? No, so it'd just be that. And then for this one, it is that, tra, and then,
And this one's going to be the KHI.
yes, matkhwe. Metge, okay. Maal met ge. Ja. So we have maal met ge and maal met ge.
We did something.
Yeah, we did. Let's see if I can sneak a little. Yeah, look at that. Sneak a little period in there.
All right, here we go.
Oof.
Woo! Yes,
Yeah.
that's for my Copico. Okay. The little package. I feel like my Copico is very small. I think I got a little bit ripped off of part of my candy. Cheers. Oh, it was an exciting day, Magpie. And then Abby wants an example sentence. I'll throw away your trash.
Copico. There's no small candy, only small joy.
I don't think I like that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, good. Well, yeah. Well, don't worry. You will get example sentences because now we're going to go up and write the
Right
copula
after
section.
What we just did.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Sarkije has a really cool little copular suffix. It is, for all intents and purposes, T. This suffix is then followed by
I like forward.
forward. By the class suffix for nouns, and by the copular form of the pronoun for the personal pronouns. Some examples are given below. Okay. You want to use that kitty or that kitty? I think this kitty.
Okay, we haven't used it as much.
Okay. Now meant may. Cat is a kitten.
Love that.
And now let's mix it up.
Do you want to change suffixes or?
Okay. Let's do I am. Give me another noun in a totally different class.
You can say I am a father. Or you can be a cat father, a mouse father, or a dog father.
Well, it would need to be some other class, right? Or well, it doesn't
would you
need
be
to
a mouse or a dog father?
I would be a
You
cat
could-
father, obviously, but like, what about I am a shovel? Like, we could do a shovel. I don't know.
Shovel would be DJ.
DJ. Okay, DJ.
Oh my god, you could be a mole. I am a mole.
Is it? Oh, DJ. Chat. Is that? Yeah. Okay, we can delete these. The and that.
No, because isn't the I the form that's agreeing? Like, wouldn't it be T and then A-N?
Thank you, DJ.
And then you want to rewrite that sentence?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and do the dog as a father.
Okay. So there's the word for father. And then fa.
Laurent.
And then that's the form for dog.
And then is the pronoun without the H? Yeah, the
Well-
pronoun is without the H.
Well, yeah, because none of them
Yeah.
have the H.
Okay. And then I think that's right.
So let's stop the voice or the nasalization. R-O-M is father.
R-O-M. And then
And then the
let's see.
R-A.
Well, got it. That's right. Guten Tag, Alien Overlord USA.
No. Like the water is a river.
Sure. So what's our modern word for water?
Sites.
Sites.
And then whether you want to say it's a river, a pond, or a marsh. We've got all those. We've got, these both have boom, and this has lo.
Let's do a marsh. It's got the L in it. Mala.
Mm.
And then
And then water is going to take the,
the W class.
yeah, the W-I, I think.
Oh boy. Mal.
yeah.
No, that's because it's taking agreement. So I don't know how to do this. Yeah, it is. Thank you. I don't necessarily know how to do this. I don't remember. Remember when we did cases? And we did it by class?
Right. But I mean, knowing that that's going to be nasalized, the T would get added later after the nasalization has added. So the syllable
Yes.
structure
Absolutely.
historically would not be a problem.
But
I don't think we can have a consonant cluster though.
No.
But like what I'm saying is though, couldn't you just get the form without the N and then make that vowel nasal? Because we know the T is going to stop nasalization after.
well, we know what it is. But yeah, okay, there's not going to be any, okay, yeah, all right. But like what I'm saying is this thing doesn't voice, does it?
Because of the to do that, drop the W.
And then it absolutely will voice, won't it?
Where is it on the list?
Turns into N. Hey Jake, have a good day over there. Have fun. Jake is in Fiji, so it's really exciting. Ooh.
I really like that Magpie and Tincture both responded with quittin' after shouldn't kitten have a W. That's amazing. Okay, so here's the thing, and here's why, for your own conlanging references, a good thing to do is to demarcate in your sound changes when certain things happen in the language.
Mm-hmm.
So, for instance, when this morphology started, crunching together as one unit, when these segments started getting analyzed by speakers as a unit together, and that's kind of important because that's going to dictate whether the N would interact with the T at all. Because if it happened later in the language, then the N wouldn't even be there anymore. It would just be a nasal vowel. And so this is, I think, I feel like it has to happen later because we're using the nominal suffixes and not the sources, which means they've already got the inflections in place for those nominal suffixes. The sources are no longer in play, which means that final nasal of the lin suffix has been lost, having left behind a nasal vowel. And so the T would be there and not the N. Oh, after nasal vowels, not even after nasals. But it's before a W, not a vowel, so it's not voicing to D.
I guess you're right. You're a straight shooter, Sassafras. I like you.
Good thing.
Oh boy. All right. yeah, it should be this. Malantwe. 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 Malantwe.
Like in my head, I have to pretend there's an N there to get that nasalization. Malantwe. How was that?
It was too fast on the L. Malantwe.
Oh yeah, I needed the Gemini L, but otherwise okay.
Yeah.
Whew.
Oh boy.
How you feeling?
Do you want to do one where
Weak in the knees.
the T changes to a ch?
Yep.
We can say like the shovel is a snout, a rock. No wait. Yeah. Okay. No. Yeah. We need the shovel is something.
Yeah.
Or I guess we need some other kind of. Yeah. I think rock or claw makes most sense, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, these things are. It'd be much easier to make these if we had more words, but let's just do the shovel as a claw. Shovel is DJ. Claw is.
Ichke.
Ichke.
And then that'd be che.
Ichke. Good.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know. We should probably do another like you are something.
Well, I mean, we could say
You are a mouse.
We can definitely say that.
And you is what?
So you is S-A, the Sach.
No, that's we.
I thought that was you.
Mm-mm.
Well, I don't know. Ru, if you want one person.
Rutiti. And then titi. Titi.
I don't know. That sounds right. Yeah, but now like saying like you're a mouse made me think you're a little mouse, which made me think of the I'm an Albatross song.
Hmm.
And now I'm like singing that in my head.
I don't know that song.
I'll play it for you after this time.
What is it?
It's like
Is it a country song?
no, it's I want to say it's Swedish.
Shovel is a claw could be a proverbish thing. Sounds like a Tapatla proverb. The shovel is a claw. Well, Miles knows it evidently.
Swedish, yeah. And it's like a dance song. So yes.
Oh goodness.
I feel like the claw is a shovel would be the proverb instead of the shovel is a claw. Like the claw is a shovel.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're welcome, Miles. You're welcome.
Yeah. Now I want to know what that's going to be. Now we have I am a shovel. I want to do the claw as a shovel now.
Well, Ichke and DJ are our two forms.
Mhm. And then what's Kits. Okay.
Sorry, I spent most of my time just scrolling through the document. Yeah, DJ I mean, ABBA is the best country band there ever was, right?
Mm-hmm. Sweeha.
Oh my goodness, we were at a convention over the weekend and there was karaoke night and someone did Gretchen Wilson's song, Redneck Woman and a Redneck Man. And David did not know it at all, and I sang him the entire song. So there's another song to get stuck in somebody's head because somebody out there knows Redneck Woman.
The claw is a shovel, the shovel is a claw. Gnan! I love it. How about we are something, just so we can...
Get the sach.
Yeah.
Are there any that you wanted specifically to test?
How about...
No, because it would be the TS, so never mind it.
We are cats. Sa. And then... Mumut. Oh dear. Mumutso. Mumutso, right?
I have no idea.
Because that's low vowel harmony. Here, yeah. Let's put, and then there we go.
By the way, just remember, all of these sentences outside of the I one and the U, like that kind of like forces number, we could be saying the cats are kittens, the dogs are fathers, the shovels are claws, and the claws are shovels. All of these have both of those interpretations.
Yes.
So if you want to change some of them to plural, just to remind us that there is no plurality.
Well, actually, that was the other thing, though, because we need to talk about tense, too.
This is going to turn into... I watched David have to code these in tense. All of these translations would be accepted for High Valerian on Duolingo.
Oh, God.
And, I'm just waiting for you to expand this sentence with all the square brackets of, well, this could mean, the cat or cats are a kitten, kittens. Or it could mean, and with all the little square brackets to be like this, or this. But you have to keep them in order, and option one has to be option one across the board, and
This is what this first one would look like. Oh, we couldn't even do that because it'd have to be R or is. You'd have to do it as separate ones. You'd have to do it as separate ones. Oh my God.
So you could do the cat / a cat is a kitten.
The kitten.
Or the kitten.
But also then, was or will be.
Yeah.
Has been.
And then a completely separate sentence to be like, and here are all the tense ones. Can you refresh my memory on this language, how we were dealing with tense?
Oh, we're not. It's just helicity, so...
That's right.
So it's like for something like this, if you wanted to say like they used to be something, you'd say like, I don't know, yesterday or previously, cat is a kitten, now it's something else. Yeah. Then cat is a kitten, now cat is cat.
Great tautology. Mumu, mumutmo. Kitness,
etc.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think just putting one in is a good reminder that number isn't there, because I think sometimes that's hard to remember, because you want to choose one option that seems like the best or most viable translation of something. And of course, I think as English speakers, our default is thinking singular. That's actually why, by the way, one year, one of my conlinks that I created while working with my students, I specifically went with the plural form was unmarked because it really forced my brain to think a little bit differently. And like, it was just a really cool, for me, thought experiment as I was creating. So every noun, like the bear form was plural in number. And I had reason for that because, you know, like a lot of your common nouns actually occur in plurals. And so it's like, you know, a blade of grass, you often see more than one at a time. And so there was good reason to mark singular. But like, it was really cool.
We call it Welshishness. And then Welshishness. But also I heard you say a blade of grass. And I thought you were reverting because I thought you were saying ablative as ablative.
I'm not Carl.
Take that, Carl. All right.
I mean, I love you, Carl, and we can commiserate at some point about how David makes fun of the way we say things or the way we sing songs.
You want to sing together?
No.
You can do the high harmony.
Why would I do the high harmony? At what point in having known me do you think my voice would be the high voice?
Well, you're just...
My singing voice.
Your range is naturally higher, I would think.
But you can do that thing that I can't do. You can, like, make your voice... It's the same reason, like, we talked about the fact, like, I can't... Like, my woos are about as high as I get. I can't scream. I can't make my voice go up a notch. Do you like that? This is, like, my new thing. It's go up a notch.
Can you do this?
Oh no, don't do, you're too close to the microphone. You're too close. Good job. Good job bringing it down.
Can you do that?
We're going to...
It's just that note.
We're going to instead...
Can you do that?
Probably not. We're going to... We are 27 minutes out from the end of the stream.
Yeah, no. All right.
We need to decide what direction we're going to go because that's going to determine a good poll for this week. And so I feel like we've got some good examples here. I like what we have for copula. Does that mean we're getting close to being done with verbs?
Yeah, well, no. But I do have an idea.
I have no idea what you just did.
I pressed the pickup button.
Kara's asked a really good question.
Yeah, that was what I was going to talk about right now. Was that since we kind of figured out tense, we need to talk about negating the copula. That was what I was going to say. So.
Now, negation right now.
Oh, and I was also going to say I have an idea for the poll. We can do demonstratives.
Oh, nice. Yes. Okay, so demonstratives for the poll. Do you remember...
Oh, and I wanted to respond to Miles, too. When it comes to the seriative distinction, we haven't gotten to stative verbs yet. When we get to stative verbs, then we'll talk about it. Okay.
At some point this week, I believe it was while we were discussing options for the copular forms, you were like, oh, we should probably, once we do this next in the language. And I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. What was it?
The thing that I threw out as a suggestion was that we had this fancy negation strategy, but we could actually have a negative, like something goes back as just negative, and that could show up for copular negation and for negative polarity items like no, one, or nothing.
Well, I mean, obviously, if it's going to be really old and it goes way back and it's just going to be like a sound, the obvious negative sound is eh.
Oh, I was going to say s.
Eh.
Remember? Because, of course, would be
the...
we have that for a different negation, remember?
I was just going to buzz you at everything.
But remember, we had that.
Listen,
and if you want to buzz me, that's what Vincent is for. He has a job.
Vincent agrees. It needs to be a vowel.
No.
His horn looked broken there for a second.
Okay, Magpie agrees. Yes. Oh, hello, CJ. That S would be a, or either fricative.
That is also a good option. Yeah, because cats do that as well. It is, but both cats and opossums are hissy little animals. But actually, yeah, would be really, really good. I think it makes good sense for negation.
Oh man, I wish I had my phone like out and ready to take a picture. I wish I could have taken a picture of the face that Roman gave you when you sat in his chair. And he just watched, like, this is my chair. And then the face he gave you when you left the room and he took his chair back. And then you walked back in the room and Roman was like, it's mine. there was a face. Oh, bye, tincture. And I wish I had had my camera like out and ready to capture the look. But anyway, yeah, so the works. Oh, Jonathan. There was no sadness in Roman's face, I will say, when he was staring David down for having sat in the chair. But Lavuna, I mean, which is like one of the most precious cats in the world, if not the most precious cat. Well, I don't know, Ford and Ferrari are pretty close to my heart. Never met them, but they're very close to me. That's unfortunate that Lavuna was sad.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you ready? Do you want to see what it would look like, just for funsies?
Well, the thing is, I think it's going to be one of the ones that we decided not to do, which was changing the T to a Ch.
Well, let's just see what would happen. I tossed it out because I thought it would disappear.
Okay.
I guess the question then would be, like, would it ever...
Over there.
Wrong way, David.
Just pressing the wrong button.
You know, would this form actually have a vowel working with it? I know it would be an extra syllable, but to get the full either ich or he. All right. It stays in the first one. Oh, it's actually there the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. And it changes to that uvular in some key places, so that's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
When it's coming before voiced things, it gets rid of the H. This is mistyped. That should be KKH.
Yeah, fair. I like this. You know what? I'm glad I threw it out of the first round because this is perfect for the negation.
All right. So let's change this. RKJ has
Two really
separate positive and negative copulae,
cool. Oh.
and they are both cool and little.
So that just makes me think of How I Met Your Mother and Ted Mosby. Encyclopedia. And everyone's like, so. It's like, but it's spelled with that little letter. We gotta watch that. You gotta get all my jokes. Equivalent of cool.
Hold on a sec. The copularical. There we go.
Nice.
Okay. The so we gotta change this. The positive copula is effectively T.
I like how you not only change it, but like you change the rest of the wording around it when you could have left most of the sentence and just changed it is to
positive copula it is. But I like that you changed the whole thing. You're looking at me. Remember what that means for the camera view. Oh my gosh.
Love you too, huh?
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Oh, I am so sorry to hear that, Silvertail. But my Thursday's going pretty great.
Oh my gosh. Look at this letter in the middle of Jonathan's copulae. It's a UE ligature. I didn't even know such a thing existed.
Oh. Interesting, Matthias. Yeah, it is hard. Like, typological norms are a great guiding force, especially when you're struggling with making a decision or knowing, like, what you should do. Being able to say, you know, well, this is something that happens a lot means it's a good idea, which means, like, you can totally go with it. And so I think that's a great strategy to have. And also, it also, I think, helps keep conlangers from thinking everything has to be super creative with every decision. It gives you, I think, really good guiding force. But I do understand that it's difficult to sometimes think outside of that particular box.
I'm trying to find this UE ligature.
Would you want me to look for it so that way you can, you know, keep typing?
Yeah, I guess. I wonder if it's just called UE. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh my god. It's so off the beaten track that it's not even a part of my font.
Well, obviously, you didn't even know it existed until, like, just now. Why would you have made it part of your font?
Yeah. Oh. That's the worst thing I've ever seen. They didn't even change the top part of the U, which they should have. Like, look at this. What a poorly designed...
Change it to Noto.
What a poorly designed character.
Noto Serif or Noto Sans. What?
Oh, look at this. They didn't even do anything. They just put this one over this one. Look at that.
But I'm telling you, you told me that those are the best fonts to use.
Well, sure.
Oh, can you pull up the font list? I forgot to ask, is there anything in
Oh my god. Hold on. It's there might be, but it's not a huge deal. Let's see. It's
There.
okay. They will.
That's better.
But still.
But there's still
look
that,
at
that
that.
top.
Why would they do that? It would so easily just.
Well, when you make it in Palatino X, you can fix that.
Oh God. This is just this is. I'm not even going to allow that to remain in the document. That's terrible. Okay. The same examples as above are shown below. All right. Okay. You all right?
Oh, it's exciting. I'm sorry, my
Oh.
eyes like very suddenly got all itchy. Because for people who don't know, when my allergies attack me, they go straight for my eyes.
Quick question.
Okay. I don't think it stops nasalization. I think it would be malechwe. Malechwe.
Yeah.
The where?
Does the
wait.
W make it?
We had to take it out. Remember, the la does not have the nasalization in general because we can't have both that. So we have to make the same decision as what we did with the positive.
Yeah. One sec. No, I just want to see if it. Okay, it does voice with W. So.
And then does nasalization pass? Because it
It
does,
would,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
And then for ya, does it? Yeah, Maria.
Voice.
Okay. And this is
B.
what?
Isn't it a B at its core? I'm not. Oh wait. B, KH. Yeah, that would be a
What?
KH.
Unless it voices.
I was
for some
thinking, sorry,
reason.
I was thinking it was the tool suffix, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's a B, but then I realized no, tool suffix doesn't show up here. It's the first person.
Okay. Merci. And then
This one is, yeah, voices.
all right.
Perfect. Of course, in ligatures. Yes.
American Airlines has their own ligature.
Awesome. Okay, so
So then next, let's just make sure that we note this. Let's see. So, as an important note, tense isn't specified for the copula. So the tense here could be any tense. Cat was a kitten. Cat will be a kitten. Cat has been a kitten, etc. Context will help to determine what the appropriate tense frame is. And then the next one, additionally, the subject pronouns are not required.
so it could just be like mumukso is the full sentence.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, it's kind of up to us. On digérait. On digérait. On digérait. On digérait. Digérait. It's kind of up to us. Ru, tuturur. I mean, this one is very similar, but subject personal pronouns are not required, but they are fine to use. That is, it's not unusual to use subject pronouns, but they may be dropped. There we go. There has to be someone out there that has created ligatures for all the letters of the alphabet. Like, of course, the XW ligature. Gotta have it. For box windows.
Like, does it just connect at the top? Like, is
A tiny little bit.
okay.
It's like in Rapunzel, it makes the little unicorns kiss.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so then that takes care of that. That's good. And so then we have this that we can use for demonstratives and for negative polarity items, and then T for our demonstratives. Oh my goodness, I don't even know what that is. Is that a C-ja ligature? Kind of cool looking.
Cool. So then demonstratives is where we go next.
Yeah,
Oh
demonstratives.
my gosh, it looks different on my screen. Look at how different it looks.
Oh.
Ours look very different.
Yeah.
So like what David sees and like look at Jonathan's next line with like mine is all curvy and yours is not.
Huh. It's weird because I would have thought all the same fonts on this thing are on that.
That is fascinating.
Well, you're all seeing my version.
Oh, and on yours, at least one of Magpie's came through. None of it came through for mine. Oh my gosh! But look at how the AA looks in that one.
Oh, that's interesting.
It almost looks like the glyph for dragon. It's just without the tail. If you're not following David on Instagram, you're missing out on some cool High Valerian glyphs.
That's true. But by the way, you don't need to be on Instagram. You can just type it into a web browser. I'm not Daedalus on Instagram because somebody way back when decided to steal my username and then to just sit on it. They don't do anything with it. So I'm Ahtavrazar, which is excellent in Dothraki. I was imagining that if this were actually the 1700s, or 1600s, and so they actually started making little ligatures for certain things that were said commonly, like, you know, like the ampersand ligature for et, and imagining that, you know, TBH turned into a ligature.
Oh, I think it needs to.
Perhaps like a staircase descending thing.
TBH, IMO, LOL would totally be a ligature by now.
Can you reduce it anymore? It's already pretty small. Maybe.
I mean, we'll figure it out. Actually, I think you could do like a little L, a loop-de-loo, and then another L below it. Here, let me show you. And then we can hold it up. See, sort of like, I'm just going to put some letters beside it so that way you can see, like, sort of a
Oh, I see.
shape. And then, of course, that would end up being something else. But let's see if I can. It may not be very bright.
No.
But there we go. Is my suggestion. But I think we could have so many more. Still waiting for it. Yeah, I have no idea if you can actually see that orange on your screen. But anyway, that was it. And so, yeah.
Alright, so we got 7 minutes here. I'm gonna do more of these. Can we enter nouns?
Yeah, I mean, we can. I think, can technically enter verbs as well.
But, like, maybe what we can do is come up with some more nouns, like...
Come up with them. We could also enter what we've got at some point.
We've only entered this.
That's our example.
That's it. So,
See, we also made a decision on the verbs. Are those still the right forms for the verbs?
I don't know. Aren't they? Where are the verbs? There's no verb here. These are 3 nouns.
But it's based on to dig. We didn't enter the verb, which is the root?
Nope.
Wow. Also, though, VII is going to throw me off every time.
Okay, here we go. Moo. I'm gonna do this one because at least we know this one. And so, moo. Class 1, cat entered. So we got moo moo woo. Is that right?
Yes.
And moo moo goose. Moo moo yo.
I don't know. I was just like.
Are you just saying, like, I'm not, you were like doing these to make sure they were right. You're just saying stuff?
Where would I.
Lexergy?
Well, I gotta get that pulled up. You're the one that has that. Just a second. What is the yolk from? See, this is the other thing.
I think it's from Yal or Yalf.
I'm waiting. Okay, here we go. Oh, and in case you didn't notice, Graham was like on it and
Yeah.
totally updated Luxurgy for the language name. Okay, and I'm going to find the grammaticalization notes because we need that.
Mhm. It's language.
Oh gosh, we have language notes in here. No, we don't. Well, what is that? Instrumental?
Is there an instrument?
Alphabet? We did not enter that. Where's the chart? Here we go. Okay. From shadow. It's oblative.
Let's put wool in there.
I hit apply. I'm waiting here. Moo yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Did you want me to check the other ones?
No, I think they're probably right. Is this the correct form for the class 9? Yeah. All right. And then so we have muon. This is our word for language. Now we need to do the
Well, we also have, because this is the root, we also
Wait.
have, sorry, do you want me to stay right here?
No, I want you to go to a different place.
Well, I was
the light
gonna-
blue tables.
Okay. I was going to also say all the other nouns we have in this entry.
I think this is the only one.
What do you mean only one?
We don't have other moo words. I think it's just cat and language, and then the
And
pronoun.
kitten.
That one's in Mao.
Oh, wasn't there, just a second, okay. Yeah, look at this, then I will.
Yes. Okay. So we're looking at H here. Okay. So moo. Oh.
Nasalization would pass through, wouldn't it? Doesn't it pass through a what?
No. It's totally different. So this is going to be that, and then this is going to be move. Oh. No. I hope everybody remembers why I'm confused here. Like this is like class 9. All the different classes, they take totally different case suffixes. So I think this is correct. Either that or it's moo.
And so the next one
Actually,
would be
actually maybe this is this. Oh boy, I really don't know. So mos, okay, that one's easy.
and inye.
Okay, moo. Okay. Oh boy.
So it'd be mu onyo. I think it would be onyo.
I think it's this.
Because it's. I don't know.
And then that one's correct. Okay. We're going to have to look this up in Luxurgy to see what happens. Okay. So, we have, start at the top. Moo, and then hum. And then the first case thing is,
All right, the first one is ich.
okay.
The next one is kiss.
Oh no. Okay. Next.
Is yao. And then num.
And okay. Let's see how many of these we got right. Moo moo. Except that we cut off the huh, right?
Yeah, I think we cut off the
Yeah, so
first
moo moo.
word.
Good. Moomos. Good. Muño. Yep. And mono. Okay, we got them all right. My God.
That was intense.
Oh my God. Wow. But remember that the reason that it's all funky like this and it can stay like this is because it's the noun classes, and so there's so many of them that or like they get used. Sorry, not so many. There's so few of them that they get used so much that you'll remember how they work.
Woo! All right.
Goodness gracious.
So we're done for the day.
Yeah.
Patrons, you will have a chance to do something with demonstratives. And so that's exciting.
Kind of feel like I do want a second Copico, but you know what? Maybe you'll remember. But I'm going to get one of those latte ones.
Oh, from downstairs. The
Yes.
cappuccino is not latte. It's
Cappuccino, whatever, I'm doing it.
All right. So
Now we are ready to sign off. Stay grammar.
Oh my God, look at that second one. It's a double A lowercase ligature.
Yeah.
Oh.
Awesome. Stay grammar. Have a good week, and we will see you next week.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.